Good morning. Glad to have you here this morning on Utah Faces and Places, and we have a special show. The show has been broadcast in the past with our friends at Utah Valley Live called In His Own Language. In our program, we call it Love One Another, and we highlight different countries and different cultures, and this is basically based on the LDS Church and the beliefs that we have, but also, more importantly, the people and the places. And we have very special guests with us today, two people who served missions in Mongolia. And, my friend, a dear friend of mine, first his son was called to help open up the Mongolian mission, and then his daughter. So his son had been there about a year, and then his daughter went, and they were some of the first missionaries in Mongolia. And the people we have with us today, we've got
7,
Ashley Largin.
5, 4, 3, okay.
Good morning, and welcome to Utah Faces and Places with our show, Love One Another. The show in the past, as we've just told some of our television audience, was called In His Own Language with Utah Valley Live, and now we've got a show here on this station, radio and television, called Love One Another. And our premiere show for this show, the premiere program is, we are highlighting Mongolia. We have two wonderful special guests with us today. We've got Ashley Largin. How long have you been home from your mission, Ashley?
I've been home for about 7 weeks now.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that.
Yeah, I just got back.
Okay, and then we also have Peter. And Peter, I'm not even going to try your last name. Why don't you tell our listeners and our viewers what your last name, how to pronounce that?
Shiozawa.
Shiozawa.
It's actually pretty phonetic.
Okay, it is. Now, are you both, how long have you been home from your mission?
I've been home now about 3 years.
3 years, okay. So you were there when you saw a lot of that great growth with President Clark. Was he your mission president?
Actually, I was with President Anderson.
Okay, President Anderson. And you were with President Clark.
I was with President Clark, yes.
And also another president?
Yes, I was there with President Benson for about 2 months.
Okay, and then do you guys kind of like the Mongolia and the people in Mongolia?
I love Mongolia, and the people have a very special place in my heart.
Well, we've got several listeners listening in from Mongolia. I know now you're going to have to say her name. To me, it looks like Boloro, but she says to me Batra. How do you say her name? Her
name is Bathra Ertin.
Okay, and so welcome and thanks for listening in, and many other people in the Mongolia who are listening to us today. And Peter, where did you serve in Mongolia? Mostly in Ulaanbaatar?
I spent some time in Ulaanbaatar, but I was mostly out in the Hudu, or the countryside. And so I spent time in Chobilsan, Sitlink, and Murung.
Boy, you're good at that language, I can tell.
Oh, thank you.
Now, is your heritage from that area, or where are you from originally, your family?
I'm actually, on my dad's side, 4th generation Japanese.
Okay.
Mongolians often thought that I was a Mongolian when they first saw me. I kind of looked like I might be from there, but no, we hail from Japan originally.
Okay, you do look a little Japanese to me, but you don't look 4th generation. You look a little nearer than that. So
okay.
That's a compliment.
Thank you.
Okay, so for those listening in Mongolia, we want you to listen to the program tomorrow morning when we broadcast live here at 8 o'clock our time. That's 10 p.m. your time, and we'll give you a 1-hour program. We're going to interview some folks and have them here on camera. And if you can't listen live, as some of you know, you download a program called TuneIn, TUNEIN, and then you can listen live even if you can't get us on the computer. But you can watch a broadcast afterwards and watch the entire program. I have a question for you, Ashley.
Okay.
How many companions were you on an 18-month mission?
I did serve about 19 almost 20 months.
Almost 20 months. And how many companions do you think you had in that period?
I had about 8 or 9 companions.
And were they all good girls?
They were all magnificent girls.
Okay, great. And how about you, Peter? How many did you serve 24 months?
I actually didn't get to spend as much time as I would have liked in Mongolia. At the time I'd been in the country about a year and a half, we had some trouble with our visas, and so
okay.
Yeah, I had to leave.
We've got a young gal waiting to go to South America. She's Japanese.
Oh,
but she's going to South America, and she can't get her visa. She's now been serving for 9 months in our stake, in our ward, and they're wonderful people. But I know it is hard to get the visas sometimes, but you finally made it over there, and and learn to love the people and love the area. And I tell you, I've met many, many Mongolians now in preparation for this program. And are they all that nice? Are they all that real and genuine and sweet?
Yes, the Mongolian people are in general very, very loving and open.
Okay. And what was your experience? Is that about the same for you, Peter?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, what do you have to say in the last minute we've got left? First, you, Peter, tell us a little bit about your feelings and some of your experiences. Well, you're not going to have time for much because we got 1.5 minutes.
Okay, well, I love Mongolia. I love Mongolia Harteshu, Nutrimend Hurgi, and my time in Mongolia changed my life, and I'm so grateful to have met the people that I met there. And so I'm really excited to talk about the experiences we had there.
And then how about you, Ashley?
Сайн байцгаана уу ах эгчнараа. Тэгэхээр би Монголоо тэгээд та нарыг маш их санаж байна шүү.
Well, I would say some of that too, but you're going to have to teach me. All right, and so are you both in school now? Are you waiting to get in school?
I'm a student at BYU, and I'm studying chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering. Boy, you're one of those smart ones, like my brother-in-law. Now, how about you, Peter? Are you going to school?
I'm at BYU, and I am also studying chemical engineering.
Oh, my goodness,
turns
how
out.
incredible.
Yeah.
We got two brainy people here, and we're glad to have you both. And we're down to our break. We'll be coming live with World Affairs Brief and Joel Skousen here in just a second. And we are glad that you've joined us here for this promo.
You'll stay on through, and you can.
Well, we only have 30 seconds. Okay. All right, you guys, we got to move it quick because we got another program on in 20 seconds. Hey, thanks so much for coming in. I thought it was effective, and then do me a favor and see what the reaction is.